What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Smooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. It is I, your boy Smooth. That is Smooth with three O's. Don't ever forget it. Need y'all right now to scan that QR code on the top right of your screen so you can go ahead and stay connected with anything and all things related to Smooth Productions, from professional DJing, MC, host, drummer, doing shows like this. If you're trying to do your own show, need some apparel, yours truly got you as well. So with all this done by me, go to Smooth Productions, scan the QR code once again, and you'll be connected. And trust me, Smooth Productions got you. And speaking of got you, I got a great show in store for you tonight. A great episode of Smooth Conversations, because as I always say, it's not an interview, it's a straight up conversation. Just want to highlight people who are doing amazing things, have their stories told, give them their flowers, because we need more of that in this world. And in the meantime, before I bring this guy in, go ahead, hit the share, hit the likes. Let's get as many people tuned in. We want to get all his people tuned in, his followers on social media, his family, friends, everyone who knows me, who's seen this post right now. You can share it right now. And make sure that you give a follow, a like, and subscribe on YouTube. Smooth Conversations. Once again, that's Smooth with three O's. You'll see that, and once again, so much more by clicking on that QR code. And y'all say, oh, the QR code a little bit small right now. Well, bam, there you go. You have even better chance to go ahead and do it right now. Scan it, connect with me, save me as a contact, and you'll see Smooth Production saved on your device. This show has been going down for about 3 months. It's been amazing, and it does not stop here. As y'all seen the promo, this man is a father. He is a husband. He is a creative. He is a man who has a passion for what he does. And I'm honored to have him on the show. We're going to talk life. We're going to talk about everything we can. And in this time, so I need everyone to leave comments, leave questions, anything that you want to put on there that's on a positive thing, because I have to prove it before I can show on the screen. But we want to shout this man with love and just have some good, smooth conversations with the special guest for this evening, Just Rich. What's going on, brother?
Oh, what's happening?
Coming in looking fly with the hoodie. Got the shoes going on.
This is my wife's hoodie.
Oh, there you go.
It started off as my hoodie, then it became her hoodie.
There it is. It's y'all's
It circles, the circle of life.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, man. Well, definitely a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I can't recall the last time you and I crossed paths.
Man, it's been a minute.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It definitely has been a minute. Let me go take the QR code out. It'll be back later on, but I don't want it to be blocking him. So there you go. So once again, leave comments, leave questions. But yeah, man, let's first start off with a toast to a great conversation, to brothers doing positive things, man.
Positive things.
There we go.
That's what we want to do in the environment.
So yeah, like I said, it's been a minute since we've crossed paths, but I want to start off right off the bat. I think the first time that you and I crossed paths was probably either at Word Up.
It was Word Up.
Shouts out to Energy.
Shout out to Energy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you and the crew that we'll talk about very soon, y'all came through. Well, first you came through by yourself, featuring, doing your thing, just seeing the talent that you have, man. And it's amazing. And I'm always like taken aback when I see creatives, artists like yourself, who on the fly can just come up with something and just make it so amazing, poetic, or just using your artistry. And you can probably try to pay me $1 million, and I couldn't try to freestyle to save my life. I'm just saying, I couldn't do it, man. So just tell me first about Word Up and how much Word Up have meant to you, and then just in regards to you just knowing how to just do what you do.
Yeah, so I went to Word Up the first time, had to be probably a month after they started. It was at this spot off of Delmar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was a while ago.
The Cabana in the Loop.
The Cabana, yeah, yeah. And I knew Azariah at the time,
Yeah.
and I slid through for that open mic thing. And then like yeah, so it was just also like the open mic vibe. My thing that I love the most about Word Up right now is like it's kind of like a late night open mic kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the show might end like around 11 or 11:30, and that's perfect because Tuesdays I usually get done with work around like 10:30. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't catch the thick of the show, but I can still pull up and mingle with poets and stuff because like it's people parking lot pimping and stuff
Right,
afterwards,
right,
just hanging out,
right.
shooting and stuff. So that's always been cool. So I always think like Word Up is like on Tuesday nights, like even like how late it is, if
Yeah.
you still like when the kids are in bed, like it's just like I can still go for a vibe,
Yep.
and you get there like at the right time, you still get some poets coming up and stuff, and like shout out to Energy, shout out to Louis Confliction, he one of the hosts now, because when I slide through, they try to make sure like you trying to, and most time I'll be trying to vibe, and other times I'll be like, yeah, I'll get that practice in, so it's always golden. I love Word Up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Like I said, I was just so impressed with everything that you brought. And there's a picture right now of you of Energy and everything back
yeah.
at Legacy Books. Speaking of Legacy Books, because I want to have this conversation with people who I know experienced Legacy back when it was just like the spot to go to, especially back in the day on Friday nights.
Yeah, Legacy was the mecca.
Yeah, so just talk from your experience, man, how much Legacy Books meant to you in your career.
A legacy really means a lot. So when I came in and started like lyrical therapy, it was only because when I got into poetry and spoken word, like I was 19, so I wasn't 21 yet, so I couldn't get into any of the spots type
Mm-hmm.
deal. So like that's why we started lyrical therapy and started off at U City Library. We was there for a second, but then when we moved, shout out to Mr. Nick, shout out to Jay, because they definitely took care of us. Because I went to Legacy for my first poetry night joint. Ignite was having an open mic.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm talking way back. Like Ignite, she was having an open mic night joint, and like I remember, like she was one of the posts I saw. She told me to come through, and then at the door they wouldn't let me in because I'm not 21.
Right.
But she was able to be like, "Yo, no, he can come through." I didn't get to spit or anything, but I got to watch like these poets
Mm-hmm.
and they open my thing. Like, because the first one when I got into poetry, I only saw like it was Explicit, Ignite, and they're a poet. That was my spoken word take. And then I was just like, I'm doing this, and I started writing because at first I always rapped and stuff, and so it turned into that, and then like I got more involved with like doing that, and then in terms with how legacy plays a role in that is
Mm-hmm.
that when it came for us to like move from the library from doing that 7 to 9, they were more open and generous for like here's some young black creatives. They're trying to do their thing, like and Mr. Nix ain't even charge as much, man.
Yeah.
Shouts to Mr. Nix, shouts to Jay because I mean, like they were the first ways to make it easy. Now I got MK, like shout out to MK Stallings, that's my sensei. He's been making it super easy for me too. He's been like helping guide me, but in creative spaces, you need people that take those chances on you, kind of thing. And that's what Legacy did for us. And then like eventually, like when we moved to different spots, it came back, and then we did stuff at Legacy. Like it ended up not being like the vibe for like our group open mic, but Legacy is still like I love Legacy. Like they took the wings away. It's too much sauce now for the wings.
Right.
Go to Too Much Sauce and get some wings, man. It's the I think it's a KO. The KOs, get the KOs. Tell them Rich sent you. They don't know who I am, but just tell them Rich sent you anyway.
They might see this show and be inspired to go ahead and check it out. But I got MK. You brought him up earlier, man.
Yeah.
Just talk about him as well, man. Like you said,
that's
he
the GOAT.
he one of the ones.
Yeah, that's sensei right there, man. When I met MK, I was doing shows at Chronicle Coffee. There's a coffee shop I used to manage on the north side, the northwest side. And it was one show we featured Eli Enigma, like Marcus, and MK slid out. And he really liked the vibe, and that's when like MK just had Herb Arts, like when it first like popped up in the Old North location kind of thing. He was like, I kind of want to give like this a home if you're down for it, kind of thing. And like, yo, like I can't even. We don't even have time to speak on the blessings that MK like put in front of me, like from like working on art things and then like giving me the space to like do things for other artists. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Having people that believe in you so you can like try to, because everything was like really, really crazy at first and you trying to figure out how to do things. But when you have those people that kind of like guide the light into it, like it makes it way easier. you need those. Everyone can't be an X-Man, man. You got to be a Professor X in this joint.
Right.
And that's kind of like where I'm going for. I'm like, I'm going to do this music stuff for a little bit, but it gets to a point where I'm going to use my network and my connections. I'm just like, I could put on the next group of people kind of thing. Because I know, so, yeah.
Yeah, it's very important, like you just said, man, to, you can't do a certain thing forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to pave the way for others to do, take a similar path. Or if you're smart and if you're truly passionate about what you're doing in regards to bringing up or training up someone else, you want them to be better than you.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Sadal, the selector, someone that I think you may know.
Sadal is also the GOAT. Hey, yo, shout out to Sadal, man. Sadal, I ain't even gotta say what Sadal. Sadal always made it way. I got a crazy story about Sadal that my daughter just brought up. She don't even know it was Sadal, but it was like one Christmas, like she was 4 and she wanted a Barbie doll dream house thingy type stuff. And then like I made her satisfied. I'm like, yeah, y'all, I'm doing photo shoots. I'm gonna give my daughter this Barbie doll dream house thing. Man, I'll put you on the spot. Sadal shot a Secret Santa cash app. He was like, this for the dream house.
Wow.
Like he like the money for lyrical therapy. He shot it back. He was like, this is for the dream house. And then like I remember like I put it on like gift as like a Secret Santa thing. And it was crazy because she just mentioned it like a little while ago. She was like, yeah, I remember I got this dream house from a Secret Santa. Like I really wanted it at that time. I was like, man, Sadal did that. So shout out to Sadal. That's always crazy, man.
Yeah, man, Sadal. I mean, you already know, that's my brother right there.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the talk show, the platform, man.
And we got that. He's also part of SmooothProductions as well. Him and my boy Steve Jenks. So Sadal already know he a real one. As my brother, he knows I always have him. And I'm sure he feels the same way about me as well, man. So he says it wasn't me, it was Santa.
Yeah, I know it was Santa. It was Santa.
There you go. But I mean, just speaking on Sadal, MK, energy, even like this photo here, man, with you, Corey Black.
Oh yeah, word. Yeah, this was legendary right here. This was like before we were plotting. We did a 3-stage plot thing this summer. This was 2017 definitely. But this was a prime time. This was when the Therapeutics was popping. This was when Corey Black had his reign, like over St. Louis as like poetry, like, and it was wild. And this function was this is at hold on, wait. It's called it's right off of Cherokee Street. It's called like the Golden something now, but it used to be something else. But we linked up, we chatted about it, and then we linked up again at Word Up when it was at the spot off of Olive. What's that coffee joint? But it used to be a bar. It was like a basketball hoop in there and some more stuff, like a little thing, a pool table.
Golly, I'm trying to think.
Right. The names changed so much on stuff.
It was Patois, and then before that, it was the Rusty Goat.
The Rusty Goat. Yeah, when they had the Rusty Goat, and then we finished the combo there, and that led to Corey also in Lyrical Therapy, and then the Therapeutics taking over a Poetic Justice thing. So that was very dope, man. Shout out to Corey Black, bro.
But yeah, so the reason why I brought this picture up and others, because one of the biggest things I have in regards to this show is about collaboration.
Yeah.
So collaboration versus competition. So obviously collaboration means a lot to you.
It does.
So speak on that and how much it's big to collaborate within ourselves.
Man, you can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. You think you can do it by yourself, but you can't do it by yourself. Collaboration, like the teamwork means everything. And like the Therapeutics got to the point because like it was like so much teamwork involved. Like, and it's just like, people can be like, oh man, it's just I'm a good leader, or just like, nah, bro, it's really the people on your team that's solid, man. Like a lot of women, I got like solid people. We got like the lyrical therapy part of the team. We got the therapeutics kind of thing. And then like, I got my band joined and stuff. So that's what some of the homies in the group and that divides down. But it's really about collaborating, like the networking, the bartering. Like me and Lakes, shout out to Lakes of Voice, man. Me and Lakes, like we got this system, like, he'll like record some of my mock mixes. I'll do photo shoots for him. Me and Lakes, we've been sending the same $70 on Cash App to each other for like years now. And it looks like each of us making so much money a year, but really just like, I need to shoot. Here's this. I need a photo. Here's this. I need a lineup. Here's this. All right, I need someone to come to the performance, do that. And it's just like, asking your friends for help, but not only that, like trading with them. Everyone has a tool. Like just like, yo, let's mingle with that. If y'all both, if everyone's trying to get some money, put y'all stuff together and do it. And that's kind of what the therapeutics do. I can't. Collaboration is like the best. It's really the best.
I
Like,
agree,
yeah.
man. I agree. And shouts out, man. I ain't seen this dude in a long time as well in person.
Yeah, and Sterling was in this one too, talking about legacy. He was there with the chicken wings. Man, the richest, the biggest. Yeah.
What's going
Shouts
on
to
with you,
Act,
man?
bro.
Act, what's going on with you?
Man.
It's been a long since I've seen him. I have to get you on this show as well, man. Talk some stuff, man. So this is once again Smooth Conversation. I need everyone right now to hit their like and also share, because you want to get as many people to tune in to interact with us over this time, man. This is why I do it, because of stuff like this, man. So bring them comments in. Let's have some fun with it. There goes Sterling. Yes, sir. Your team is most definitely solid. So going back to the team, how did lyrical therapy and then the therapeutics start?
So lyrical therapy, once again, like I was like at that age point where I was into poetry, but there wasn't a spot for me to do it here, kind of thing, because I was 21 and under.
Mm-hmm.
So we started at the U City Library, signed a contract. It was June 20th of 2010. And yeah, that was the first show. And I kind of really did it because I was after like my first experience with spoken word in college. And, you know, colleges, they going to have open mics or whatever. So I did a few of them. I was like, yeah, I'm ready for this. So when I got back, I was like, all right, we just going to throw one. And we did. The library had it and it was cool. Like, and I met a lot of people. I met like Armani Swayze. She go by Lola now. I met, my gosh, like, I met Azariah. He was going by Black Diamond then. There's so many people that I like. Their names change over time. Artist names be changing over time. Those superhero names got to stop, y'all. We gotta. That's why I'm just rich. It's too much going on.
Yeah.
But overall, like it was just like I met so many people, and then like the next day, like people added me on like Facebook or whatever. That was like that was a great one. When's the next one? I was like the next one, and I was like dang. And so like next month we did another one. And by then I made more material. I met more people. We started networking, and then it started turning into a thing until it slowly turned to a thing. Then the therapeutics happened during like a really weird time in my life. 2015 was like it was, I won't say a dark time. So that was a time me and the mother of my firstborn, we split up. She moved out to Chicago. She had my little one with me. I moved out the house that we stayed in because of memories and stuff, and I quit one of my jobs. So I was just like in this like kind of void thing. I was like, I was working part-time. I had like extra space to like do stuff. And then I ended up just putting that time and energy into like making music.
Yeah.
And that like grew like the therapeutics kind of thing. Like and then like we started getting booked for shows and stuff. And it kind of became like a little like mini Dreamville kind of thing. And it was 2015, like the end part of 2015. Fantastic time. You couldn't even take the memories away from me. Just like it was just like meeting everyone. It was like it felt like the Mighty Ducks. You know, when there was assembling a team.
Oh yeah.
It just over like a span of time we'll meet this people. Like when I met Jizu, it was at like we did a kickback thing for the winter time. And he just popped up. He was like, yo, man, I just want to perform. I'm really vibing with y'all. And then now me and Jizu like tight, like just like I can recall how man like all the therapeutics and members of the squad. So it's been a crazy journey, and they definitely held me down and held me together because, like I said, that was a very rough time for me.
Yeah.
And like people could put so much energy into doing something else. So like finding other creatives with that just want to create really brought me out of a void and brought me to a funk, and then brought it into like something more positive and something more influential. So yeah, that's
and it's not like we ask for adversity to happen, but as artists, as creatives, it's amazing how adversity can bring out something else in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How, you know, with singers and, you know, rappers or whatever it is, some adversity going against something can make you as an artist all of a sudden just come with something magical. Ain't that crazy how that happens?
Someone said they don't like happy. Actually, I told my little brother this when we were talking about like artists and like how like their like newer stuff after they're put on got money and stuff, it doesn't sound the same. And I quoted, I was like, I like them when they're hungry. Like, you know, I like when before the fame, like when you're really out here like with the stuff, you know, like it's a good thing for a catch up kind of thing. And so that's why I kind of like try to step back and like count my blessings.
Yeah.
Instead of be too braggy on stuff. because I was like trying to do that brag music for a second because like some of my blessings turned to tenfold. So like I got it now, but like that's not the direction I want my music to go.
Right.
So
And then Sadal says Lyrical Therapy gave him his shot at DJing in 2016. So when you see that and how you're like opening opportunities for others and now you're seeing them just grow, how does it make you feel?
it makes me feel great. It makes me feel great. Like it's not even like I don't even look back like I was a part of it. It feels good to see people grow, like and do things. You know, it feels like people would be like, oh man, I feel like that was my child or that was my student. Like, no, I feel like I'm like not the teacher, but like I'm like the janitor on the side. They're like, yeah, bro, I saw you
Yeah,
go through
yeah,
second through fifth grade. Like, look at
yeah.
you now,
Uh-huh.
like that. Like I was just there. I didn't have no hand in it. But like some people like need a little push and like encouragement and stuff, and that's always really vibey and stuff. But like it's just like like the most you could do is like let someone grow like individually on their own, and the best thing like working with a group brings like bringing confidence and influence. You hear something you like, oh, I like that style. You get to learn how to do stuff. When everybody in the group intermingles, like everyone walks away with something different. I want to add like some vocals on this song. Oh, I learned how to do beats now. I've been learning how to play keys and everything. Like it's like an intermingle kind of thing. Like it's like a pot. We get together and we all walk out with something like a little different. So it's always cool.
Yeah, and speaking of coming together, I mean, look at this right here. Talk about this amazing photo.
Hey, yo. Boy, my locks keep getting shorter and shorter. This is Squad circa 2018. Yes, sir, it is. I see Drea, Jazoo. I see Angel. Charles to Marco. There goes Tasha. And standing at the bottom looking fly as ever. They matching. That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Up there we got Lana. I see Jaleesa Renee, KJ. I did Enigma right on the left of me. Lex right there on the right of me. We got VMAC right on the side. We got Phil, Novina, Novaya, the strange man himself. KP Katera up in the back. We got Kong right there in the corner. And I know I already mentioned a lot. I think I'm just going in circles, but this was most of the squad. Like this was crazy. This photo is wild. Where'd you get this? I feel like I'm on Narwhal. Like
people ask me all the time, man, where you get this photo from?
Like, where'd this come from?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about for me. You talk about Stan, man. I call him the wild card, man.
That's the wild card, man. Stan is such a good homie, bro, man.
He is solid.
He's super solid, man. Wouldn't have like super solid. Like I can't even express, man. Like Stan is like A1. Like it's never been a time when I like call Stan and like, hey, bro, like always make a way, man. Always make a way. Shout out to Stan, bro. Josh, you the GOAT too, man. If you watching this, you the GOAT.
Yeah, I have to definitely agree. He's been part of the Platform Sports Talk Show for 6 years.
Yeah, you know how dedicated he is.
Yeah, very dedicated. And especially when he knows that he's around people who's solid and real.
Right, won't let you down.
Yeah,
right, it's great.
Yeah. So definitely salute to you, Stan, as well. But and then you brought up KP. You saw her on this show a few weeks ago, and she brought up a story about how in high school. Matter of fact, tell everyone what high school you went to.
Gateway.
There you go.
What's a Gateway?
There
GIT. Get high.
So she brought up a story about pretty much ever since freshman year to senior year, you was on her about wanting her to perform, get on stage, do your thing, sing. And she told the story about how y'all two did a Aladdin song.
Yeah, we was gonna work on a whole new world because like I was like, I didn't realize like how much of my Childish Gambino stuff I was on, but I was really trying to find like my creative niche. I mean, and then I didn't know it was like spoken word and rapping. I thought I was gonna be like a singer like Chris Brown or something, or like a dancer or something. I didn't really know where it was type thing. I didn't know like lyricism would be it. So, but no, man. I remember like I'll hear people sing at church. I know people are good, but then like I went to Turner Middle. We didn't really have like a vocal like a choir thing kind of there. So when I went to high school and then like we're in a music class, then it's this girl, she's singing. I'm like, God damn, like you know, like when I was like, that's the first time I thought people only did that type of stuff in movies, type stuff. Like, yeah, so it's KP fault. She should have never seen so good. That's really it. Like, you know, like
yeah, she definitely does have a distinct voice. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a lot of other voices that you hear.
Oh yeah, man.
It definitely stands out. And once again, to Katera, amazing conversation I had with you. For those who missed it, scan that QR code on the top right of your screen.
Go check
follow SmooothProductions. Check out Smoooth Conversations on YouTube and check out the archives, and you'll see that that show and so much more. But when you hear, like, even with going back to Sadal and then now in regards to Katera and how she pretty much said you never gave up on her, and now look where she is in her life. So just seeing her doing what she did, and for her to say how you stayed on her, what made you stay on her, what made you not give up on people like herself.
We got too much talent, man. We got too much talent. We can't just let like society like take it. We can't get like caught up in the norm stuff. We got gifts. We need to share them type of stuff.
Yeah,
and, you know, that's how I kind of feel. Like I rap because I like it. You know, I don't have like dreams like going on tour. That sounds terrible. Actually, being away from the crib for like so many days and different cities and states and late nights and early mornings and leaving. Nah, count me out of that. I'm doing it because like I like it. And like when I first started, it's like because I had like the platform and the tools to do it. Like here I am, I'm running an open mic. I'm doing poetry every week. Then I meet people like who do music type things, because like we started like the band with just a drummer and a guitarist, and then that's how KP got involved. Because when the Therapeutics came back around after like high school, I saw her randomly like on the bus, and I was like, "Yo, you still doing that music thing?" We exchanged numbers, and she was just talking about like how she's been into playing like the keys. She was like, "Yeah, fool, I always did." I was like, "All right, bet, cool." And then like we linked up with the man, and then like we started making music, and it was crazy. Like, you know, it was like we was like the own. It was weird. It was weird. We was like 2015 to 2017, man. Great time. Yeah. Very great time. It's been more great times after that, but it was like the solid core. If they was to go back and make a movie with the Therapeutics, I need them to get to 2015 to 2017. Like
highlight that era right there.
Highlight that era. That was that era.
That's what's up, man. Loving it. So, like, gotta have fun. You know, I've been showing these other photos, and I've been having fun with previous guests when I have certain photos show up. So, you brought up your hairstyle, how your locks was this, how your locks was that.
Yeah.
This was even before you had the locks. Let's talk about this look.
Oh yeah, man. This is this low fade Richie. This is 08. This is in my mom's basement.
Look at that.
I thought I was fly too. I ain't got no facial hair.
You could tell with the pose. You thought you was doing it. You was killing it. GQ.
Ain't got no belt on. Boy, I'm about to flame myself. Hey, pop collar, everything.
T-shirt showing behind.
Yeah.
Everything.
This is definitely, I don't know where I was going, but I probably should have stayed in though. That's crazy. I wonder what I would say to this young man.
Yeah.
Take that off.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's probably it.
Take that off. Right to the point. I like it.
Bro, that's wild.
I like it. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. This is circa 2014. No, this is 15. This is 2015. Yeah. This is one of the spoke outs. We used to do these pop-up poetry events in the Delmar Loop. It'll be like 7 of us. And we'll just start doing like a flash mob. Like someone will spit a poem, the next person spit a poem. Then people will either stop and watch or like join in and spit a poem, or the police will come. Whatever happens first.
Right.
Like, whatever usually happens first.
That's crazy. So just seeing this now and where you're at right now in your life as a kid, or doing this age that you saw on the screen right now, did you see this young man being who you are today?
No, not at all. I never imagined myself with locks. That's crazy. I wonder what I'll tell him. You know what? I just thought we need to do more spoke outs. This was a good time going to the Loop and spinning poetry. This just influenced me to like bring back spoke outs. It was great. Yeah.
Hey, the world needs it, man. So here's another one.
Yeah.
So seeing you on stage, uh, did when you first started out, I guess at a very young age, did you ever have like that stage fright, or you always felt like when the lights were bright, you had to go ahead and shine brighter?
I kind of didn't really care. I think I got rid of my nervousness like right towards the end of like high school. Kind of like it is what it is. It really got to the sense of me being like, look, I don't know you people. Y'all don't know me. Like it's kind of like, and like kind of like most people like, and then like the people that do see you perform on like the regular, like, oh yo, that's a poetry style kind of thing.
Mhm.
But as far as like me getting up, I've always been like confident with the words. I mean, even if I'm like freestyling, playing around, making stuff up, goofing around, or like just like improv hosting a comedy thing, I'm just like, y'all not gonna shake me kind of thing. Like it's cool.
So just talk about that feeling of just owning the mic.
It's a crazy feeling. It's just like but it's only happened a few times. Yeah, that was one of the times right there. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was the thing. I was like, it's only happened a few times. This was an excellent time. My performance at For the Culture SCL, I was with the band, and it was groovy. It was really really groovy. We were like waving. I was in my element. Big old stage, so I can move around.
Yeah.
I got to interact with the band, interact with the crowd. It was crazy. More festival shows. Y'all should book me for more festival shows.
Y'all heard
Tag
the
y'all
man.
favorite festivals in the comments.
Y'all heard the man. Let's make it happen. Once again, we about collaborating. Let's go ahead and come together and do some more things. Going back to collaborations though, why do you feel that? Because people always say, "Oh, look at what ATL done. Look at what New York has done. Look, whatever." What is holding us back from doing more in regards to?
Ain't nothing holding us back. We already got it. Other cities look at St. Louis like the same. Only difference is like we live here. You go to a different city long enough, they gonna be like, I gotta get out of here and make it to so and so, so and so, so and so. Like and I know a lot of people in the comments like, hey, no one's saying they gotta make it to St. Louis. Or St. Louis is like people. Fun fact: people travel here and they get excited the same way we get excited when we go out of town. Oh, I'm going to Cali for the weekend. Oh, I'm going to Atlanta, Memphis with the homies. People do that for St. Louis. I've seen it many times on the plane. I'm like, y'all know y'all going someplace dangerous, right? Or something
Right.
like it's crazy, but it's just like, no, we're one of those cities and stuff like, and like we're just now getting like the rap spotlight kind of thing. But for everything else, like we kind of been on, like it's kind of slept on. Like, what is it, a Tetradome kind of thing? The thing off of Kings Highway towards Walnut Park,
Yeah.
a little bike track.
Yeah.
It's only 10 of those in the United States.
Wow.
We got one of them. The people frequent do like races of there like every like a year or so. Like it's certain like key things like that put us on. It don't have to all be about music. Really, what's holding St. Louis back is a late night food scene. We need something that closes at 12 and 1 o'clock and on the Tasty side. And then we also need to stop the Delmar divide and the gentrification. Then we got to turn Martin Luther King into Bourbon Street. And then after that, we got to fix the potholes. Scratch that. We're going to fix the potholes first.
Yep, Sterling just said we need more food.
Promise. That'll solve a lot of problems. I feel like most artists are angry after shows because they don't have good food spots to go to.
And then, like over the last few weeks, you're starting to see a lot of these restaurants that have been open not too long already closed down.
Yeah, they should do overnight hours. Their business will increase.
Page Moore, most deaf, got to fix the potholes.
The potholes is an issue.
And another issue that I want to bring up too, which I do have a plan down the line to have someone from real estate to be on the show, but we're just seeing so many vacant buildings that's not being demolished or restored. And whether it's downtown, whether it's out in certain parts of the city or in the county, it's just so many vacant spots.
Yeah,
that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, man. If you making stuff like the property value go down and stuff, and we just need to like kind of flip them. Like it was a plan, like when people could buy like houses for $1 and like invest in it, but like the market's so high, people don't really want to invest. Like you need like a solid team of contractors to invest in areas and like kind of like build it back like house. But that's right. That's like a $2 million project for like one block. Like depending on how many like north side a block of 10 houses contain like 4 vacos type things. Unless we turn one to a museum, turn one down and turn that area to a park, turn the other one to a corner store, then turn the other one to a haunted house.
And I do like what Mayor Jones recently did. She is pretty much trying to revitalize Fairground Park.
Yeah.
Like now she got pickleball courts and stuff like that going on.
Yeah.
So, trying
Just
to bring...
don't put more basketball courts over there. We're gonna chill on those for a second.
Yeah. I know Forest Park recently opened up a basketball court.
I haven't been.
I haven't been either.
It's been like a year.
Yeah.
I saw my post. I was like, dang, this been a year. I haven't been yet. Yeah. That's crazy. I gotta go.
But let's talk about in regards to men in general, because I saw a post that you had. I'm not too sure how long ago it was, but it was pretty much talking about this time for men to just pretty much stand up and do better. You know what I'm saying? And I had a conversation with Robert Ford.
Yeah.
And we talked about how men, we don't realize this, but we should. But we set the tone in regards to a lot of things. Women, we know they are the bosses. They are the end all be all because without women, we're nothing.
Yeah.
But men have so much power as well by just setting the tone. So as I say that, what is something that you want to get out there for men to hear that need to hear this at this moment about just being a man and standing up?
Man, look, when y'all go to your wives and y'all ask them what they want to eat and they don't know, it's about time for you to just go ahead and pick and always have that option.
Facts.
You probably shouldn't even ask. You probably should just pick, just save the 20 minutes of confusion. Half the times we're confused on that. That's really like the bigger issue. Other things about like, man, just us being more vulnerable. I've been seeing a secret therapist. So like it's just been like on the low. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to a therapist or whatever. But it's like a little like online thing, kind of like I don't even think it's a real therapist, bro. I think it's an AI. Yeah, I think it's an AI. I think it's an AI there a bot. I was like, who am I giving this money to? But like, I get to vent like my little like woes or whatever and stuff to like make me feel like I'm not as big and stuff because like, we wear this fatigue, this facade as like guys and stuff that we got to be tough and stuff. And sometimes I just either want to break down or break a door. So that's one of the things, man. My project I'm working on is called Less Sad Boy Poetry. And that's the transition of like being like less sad, being less of a boy, being like less poetic on things and forgiving, like, address this stuff and become a man. That's really gonna play a part because like, I gotta hold it together. Like my daughters are getting older, like both of them. One is like I got a 6-month-old and then I got a 10-year-old. And with the 10-year-old, I feel like I got a 14-year-old. So it's like, dang, that life is moving kind of fast because it's accelerating. So I'm trying to make sure I catch all these moments. I get to spend time with my family, but at the same time, I still get to put 100% like my side things because like nothing's going to fire off if I don't put the energy and time into it. Like I said, you can't do it by yourself, but you also can't do it if you don't do it. So that's other thing. So, and I lately, like the last 2 years, I've been feeling overwhelmed. And I've always been the type of person that used to be like someone like, therapy is a thing. Like it's an option. You can go, whatever. You don't need it. But sometimes you need that person that you could talk to that's not biased to like yourself, like your family, your friends or whatever. You just need like a random like stranger or AI bot or whoever I'm talking to. Like, I don't know. But like, it's just like you need an outside opinion on stuff that doesn't really matter into that thing. And that gives you peace of mind and whole. So, yeah. I'm still lying to my therapist. They think my name is George. You ain't gonna find me.
Sterling, therapy is great.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, man.
So just continue on with regards to even therapy. I mean, mental health has just been a big. Those two words, mental health, has really been strong over these last few years now. So we need to hear about mental health. Just talk about that.
Man, it's a thing. I used to like do that thing. Like I hate when people compare like their lives to yours, like compare things to other things. but comparing mental health is different. You can tell someone like this isn't a big of a deal. This doesn't mean this on it, but everyone else perceives things different. It's like physical endurance. Like everyone's like built differently, and that's also mentally as well. People have different barriers. People have different triggers. People have different walls, and it's like stuff. I'm trying to like get away from like babying myself and babying others, but also giving people their proper space because I can't say like this is what it is. Because when all actual people love to say like, look, man, I don't know what you're going through. All right, well, don't say anything. You don't know what I'm going through,
Right.
or like, I know what you're going through because they don't like people be like, man, I lost my sister. They be like, bro, I feel you. I lost my cat. I'm like, dog,
Right.
no, like
It's two
that's not.
different
It's two
things.
different things. So
Yeah.
it's like, so keep your mental health up. Taking self-care days. Self-care days are lit. Like, treating yourself, doing things, going out to eat by yourself, taking them walks, going to the movies. I've been going to the movies like every like 2 or 3 weeks, kind of late at night. I need to go earlier. I fall asleep every single time. Every single time. They had to wake me up like, sir. I'm like, like it'd be crazy. But like certain things like just help and it brings you back to you kind of deal. So,
And also it's important for us men, especially, to just on the humbug reach out to a guy and be like, hey man, I just want to do a wellness check on you just to see how you're doing, because stuff like that can mean the world, and that person just may not have realized it until you made that call to them, and it may just change their whole life around.
Yeah. I'm getting better with that. Last year I went on I was kind of like, it was one of those things like while creating a project, before I was creating a project, Let's Sad Boy Poetry, like I said, I was going overwhelming. That's why I wanted to start doing therapy. But I was kind of like just turned off. I was like, I don't have time for nobody's problems, but my own. I can't even hear my own thoughts out, kind of. So like, it was a patch. I think I want to say like through November next year. That's when I lightened up, kind of. And yeah, so.
But yeah, once again, brothers, man, we set the tone and so much in our lives and other people's lives as well. So we must do a better job and check it up on ourselves and just reaching out, seeing how you're doing and say, hey, I just want to tell you, hey, keep on doing great things, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
This past weekend, I got to get out with the homies.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
I should never say that too late, but like I got to get up with the homies. Like, yeah. The second night I was like, okay, maybe this was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's always good seeing people, man, catching up with them, and then like, just like being able to like spread light, shine light, and even receive it, bro. Like, sometimes you need people around and you gotta just like get the energy. You got to get the energy. I always want to say absorb energy. You don't want to absorb the energy from them, but you want that glow.
Yeah.
You want to get that glow and stuff.
And now that you're getting older too, how important is it for you, going back to energy? It's important for you to not tolerate low vibrations now. Like if you know that someone's not coming correct, back then you probably can maybe take a little bit longer, but do you find yourself now in a state where you have a high tolerance now for low energy?
Yeah, I have a high tolerance for low energy, but I could also like redirect it, kind of. Yeah, like like sometimes you're stuck in a space, and like if people have like low energy and stuff, like that's an easy path to redirect. You just stay on the positive notes. You don't let like the side things bother you, because most of it's going to be like side comments, self insecurity kind of thing. Times when I have low energy and I'm with a group, I don't try to let it slow so it doesn't like absorb onto things. But certain things, man, low energy is like psychedelics. If you're not feeling this, step into another room, step on the other side, turn the conversation to a different thing. Like, you can control the vibe type stuff. You don't have to sit there and listen to someone be a certain way. You don't have to listen to like random people and their like political views all day. You're like, yeah, you ever in a party and someone just press like, all right, cool, but you don't want to be confrontational with start stuff. You could just excuse yourself out of that. Like, I'm gonna go take this call or like check on something. Like, there's no like says save yourself and your energy type deal.
Got you.
Yeah.
You brought up earlier when I talked about collaboration, how the world is seeing how we are in regards to like the rap game now, stuff like that. What are your overall thoughts in regards to the state of music here in St. Louis. We know that Sexy Red is like one of the hottest things out here doing her thing. A lot of people may say, well, she's not the best representation of what St. Louis is all about.
Man,
But
Sexy lit.
right. But just in regards, just tell me your thoughts in regards to the music scene in St. Louis right now.
As far as like, I think it's like really diverse. Like people only dive into the rap thing, but like we got amazing vocalists. It's country folks singing out here. It's poets. Like we got. It's like it's his one dude. I work at a card shop. During a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, this dude he was like, "Yeah, I do music," and he does like it's like soft rock, but it's like it's soft rock and like he's doing vocals on it, like vocals, and then he has a homie that comes in like with the yelling like the hard rock kind of vibe. The switch up. I was like, I never knew you did that. He was like, yeah, bro, we was like nominated for this, and I was like, I never knew that. That's crazy. Like so, St. Louis has like hits just because it's not up in your alley. Like everyone wants to drop top 10 lists or this and or like this show or whatever and whatever. And people will say St. Louis is clicked up and all this other stuff. Like, have you tried networking and reaching out to these other people? Because like it's some things are just as easy as like walking across the room at Sophie's and being like, yo, man, I rock your music, bro. Like it's like I got a show coming up type thing. I want to collab. Now, if not just on the song, I go for you, you go for me. We can do something like that or whatever. Like, yo, bro, I do photos type thing. Like me and Bodine, we just traded. I did a photo shoot for a verse type deal. Like about the collaboration, easy thing. And all that took was we just to link up and talk. Like we never met outside of meeting each other like in person type deal. So it's like that. Like it's no divide. People just wanna. No one wants to go out and like request things anymore. They feel like they have to be like, I gotta be invited. They have to request me instead of like reaching out like, yo, I saw this. I want to do this kind of thing. Like, and so that's going to like really, really trade it. And it gets people like you where you see people like, yo, this person mentioned you. Let's go ahead and do this on the show. Like, let's make it official. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah. And then people gonna see the show. They're gonna be like, smooth. Oh, this was a cool combo. Then they gonna hit you up. They were like, I saw Rich on this. How do I get on it? Type stuff. And it works like that. Like that's what we need. Like a lot of people are afraid to reach out because they don't want to seem like the person like asking for stuff
or like trying to seem like you needy or something.
Yeah, just like, man, just reach out. You're an artist. You need an interview, right? You're an artist. You need a photo. You need a studio time. You trying to drop this. Like, what's up? Like, I got a show. You see me open with this artist. How did you do that? Like, just ask a question. Like, a lot of people worry about gatekeepers and everything. But, like, man, the sooner the city gets more shine, the more shine we'll get type thing. We need more. We need the city to pop off on music stuff. Like, but it's not the music scene. It's like, it's the city, and the city is getting towards that. Downtown is becoming a bigger like environment. The Del Mar is stretching down Del Mar now, so more venues are going to open. It was a time when like quarantine had us down bad and everyone couldn't find events to go to for that time period.
Right.
Then the world opened up and everybody's like, yeah, we got events again. And then like 3 months later, everybody's complaining like, there's too many events and everything. I'm like, no, bro, it was a time when we didn't have events. Be grateful that you could pick and choose where to go in the night. Like, so I feel like I got off topic. What were we talking about?
Oh, no. That's great. That's what this show is all about, man. Whatever it is coming from the top of the dome, go ahead and spit out because people need to hear it.
Right.
People need to hear this. What would be your advice to up and coming creatives who, may be shy or maybe don't have the right direction?
Go out and get it. I just mentioned like collaborating. Go out to these. Like, go out to open mics, go out to like artist events or whatever. Like, even if it's not an open mic, go out and see these other artists perform. Take notes, see who they rocking with. Oh, they got a band. That was groovy. What's his band member name and stuff? And you meet people like, oh, they were like, I play keys and so forth. Some of my greatest like connections have just been by like saying yes or just meeting people and stuff. Like when I met my main engineer right now is Joshy. I have Richie. Richie is like my the greatest homie. He's our second main engineer. But Joshy is like our first one because when we linked up, like it was definitely something crazy. And it only happened because Corey Black was out of St. Louis for a month and he needed someone to host Shakespeare in the Park. He knew what I ran in Lyrical Therapy. And he was like, yo, do you want this back? So that's how me and Corey started talking because he knew me as a host. He was like, yo, you want to do this type thing? And so I filled in for Corey Black during that time. During the time when I was hosting Shakespeare in the Park, it was like poetry and stuff. But then I brought like the band with me type of thing to hold down like a set. The sound guy who was Joshy, shout out to Joshy, he was like, after the set, he was like, man, I really rock with that. I'm a engineer. I make beats and everything. I would love you come. This was 2019. We've been locked in ever since. And that's really what started my role. Because at first, my first project took so long to take out because I didn't have studios. I couldn't work with engineers like that. And then when I linked up with Josh, it was just like perfect because he was like, I'm trying to find artists to work with. That's about it. And then I was like, there I was hungry and stuff. And we was just slapping hits. I was finding my sound. And then like my elevation through time is because of recording with Josh. Because I got all that practice in. So my stuff slowly started sounding better. And then like now it's a point where it's just like, yeah, I'm really comfortable in the booth. So getting out there, networking with people, and then just taking those chances for real. Because you never know who's in the room. You gotta ask people their superpowers, man. Yeah, everyone got these chosen identities. Everyone got like 4 or 5 talents on them.
That's facts. That's facts. And how important is it on stage to perform, no matter if it's 100 to 1,000 people to 10 or 20?
I performed in a room where it was 4 people, and that's free practice. People will be like, no, people will like get overwhelmed, or people could be like, oh, these people on their phone, they're not paying attention. Nah, man, do your thing. It's free practice. These people ain't even here. They're not even here. Worst thing worse, like you go to a show with like 50 people. Worst thing worse, you walk out with like 3 fans, 2 follows, and like 1 Instagram like story thing type stuff. You can't go to every show like everyone's gonna be like going crazy or something. Like you just gotta hope you impact like at least 1 person on it. If not, like you have fun, you did a show kind of thing. This is what you wanted type deal. We hold like payment, gratitude, follows, and stuff in such a high standard that we kind of forget about the artistry. And like it goes back to what we we're saying. Like I don't want to do tours and stuff. I only do this because I like doing it.
Yeah. Nice. And there you go, Stand
in.
More like a paid practice. You get paid to perform in front of 4 people, train at its finest. There you
right.
go.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Words right out of my mouth. That's what the therapists they've been trained to do that. We one of our exercises like before the show we used to do these ciphers, and then we would do like a group event or something. When you walk in the door, like how like at parties they're like, you gotta take a shot when you walk in. Like no, you gotta spit like a minute poem or something, like right off the easy. So like just in case it gets to a point where like something happens and you gotta recover back from a show type thing. So man, we gotta get back to this. We gotta get back to it.
Yeah. See, there we go. See, Smoooth Conversations is helping to motivate and inspire.
Yeah, man. Y'all about to get Spokehouse again. That's crazy.
There we go.
Spokehouse is crazy.
Let's make it happen. Once again, this is Smoooth Conversations. Your boy Smooth along with Just Rich, and we chop it up, man. It's not an interview. It's a great conversation, and that's how it needs to be. So I hope that you all are enjoying it, taking notes. Once again, like and share. Let as many people who's not watching to go ahead and stop what they're doing and tune in as we enjoy the rest of this conversation.
Yeah.
So talked about you in regards to creative as an artist, rapper, doing your thing. You briefly talked about it, but let's bring it back into the fold. What made you get into photography?
I felt like I always had an eye for stuff. The homie Shay, he had a camera one time, and like I had it. Like he left it in my car. It was like a digital camera. I was like, I got this. He was like, I'll pick it up from you next week. And so I spent the time just like playing with it, shooting, like getting weird. I was like, I could do this. And then my wife in 2017, she got me my first camera, and it was crazy. Like it was just a point and shoot thing, but I got the feel of it, and I really enjoyed doing street photography, like taking pictures of like, I travel a lot, and so like getting pictures of like on some Black Nat Geo type stuff.
Yeah.
Like like here's this like street front or something, or like the beach, or like random stuff, and that really like transpired well, man. I love photography. Yo, it's authority.
Yeah, I saw this photo and
That's the
I'm
homie.
like it's a cool little shot that you made with the music instruments in the background and
Yeah.
everything. But talk about this shot and what is it about a certain shot that make you be like, that's the one, that's it.
It really just depends on like the time. This shot wasn't one of my favorites. Like I love like authorities in there. We got the drum, but we got people in the back that's faded, and then up top you see the lighting gets a little bit lighter on like her
Mm-hmm.
forehead. But like as far as like the framing, I definitely love it. Like the drums on the left, she's doing poetry up front. It's flowers in the back. Like it's like, dang, where is this? And it shows St. Louis beautifully because this is like legit poetry in a park. It's downtown St. Louis. It's early. It's still safe.
Yeah.
Kinder Plaza.
Yeah, once again, great photo right there. So let's get right into this photo right here because you brought it up as well, and I know that it changed your life. And when I saw these photos, I was like, I got to put them together so you can kind of see how cool it is to be in both those kind of moments.
Okay.
But talk about this right here, being a father.
Aww. Aww. Ooh, boy, I'm getting that good sleep. Yes, sir. It's the best feeling in the world. It reminds me to slow down. Honestly, I be feeling like I be ready to like go. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. It's music stuff to do. We should be promoting lyrical therapy. I got regular work stuff to do. I got photos to edit. I gotta spend time with wife. I gotta make sure I call mom. And it's just so much stuff, man. I want to play my video game, but like this, like the naps, the dad, can you read me a book? Can you snuggle with me so I go to bed? Like I be trying to stay up late, and then like my oldest will be like, well, just read me a bedtime story, lay down with me for a second. That always turns into me waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, there goes all the stuff I was supposed to do. And then my littlest, my squiggles on the left, that's my girl. She falls asleep on me and it's a wrap because I can't do anything for real. So like it's a nap trap. And it really makes me slow down because I be needing the rest sometime. And most importantly, I need to sit still. So they remind me to sit still. So I appreciate that about them.
Yeah, and I have a son. He's 20. He just turned 23, and then my baby girl, she just turned 9 a few months ago. Man, having a girl,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and love whatever God bless you with. You know what I'm saying, from boy, girl, but a girl, it just makes you just kind of like realize a lot more things differently as a father. And like you said, it calms you down.
It
And
definitely calms
because
you
I
down.
was gonna bring it up earlier, but I want to save it till this portion of the conversation. But how you said about not trying to do all these trips and stuff like that, because you may realize you may miss out on something.
Yeah, can't miss out on everything.
Yeah.
It actually stopped me from like I used to try to do like random things. I do gallery work, I do media work, and then I also work at a car shop. The car shop is like a full-time thing. But like all throughout, like I've been learning how to like take more time off instead of doing like 60 hours a week doing like work stuff, like just chill out and like get the time in with the fam, get home and watch a show or a movie with wifey, take the time to play the games and stuff that I like, get some me time.
Yeah.
Can't be just spending all your time working hard and sleeping.
I feel you on that, man. So speaking of the wifey, definitely got to talk about
it's wifey.
Talk about this amazing photo.
Yeah, that Ray took that shot to Raven. Yeah, this is right before Rain was born. We did this photo shoot like 3 days before she was born too. That was crazy. We took this on the 19th. I remember because the next day was 420.
That's what's up, man. Great maternity photos going on right there. And I know that once again, having two girls, 2 important days, 2 biggest days of your life. But I'm sure this day right here also has to be damn near number one and that was this day here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Talk about this, man, and what goes through your mind and the emotion just seeing this moment happen.
It was great. Like it's one of the moments where it take you out of it. Like it felt like poetry, and by that remember I said like when like you on the mic, you just get an element, and like when it's like when you're performing, it's just like doesn't matter how many people are in the crowd. I'll be like, nah, because when you're in it, bro, no one exists but you in that moment. But at this moment, it was just me and her, so it was kind of like that. It was definitely like that.
That's what's up, man. And it has to be a great feeling to be blessed with the woman who one you pray for, and then can also elevate you to be better.
Yes.
Speak on that.
She does elevate me to get better. Whether it's me making sure I take out the trash before it stinks in the kitchen, or dishes washed, or like doing certain things. Nothing really works more than getting my wife reminding me to do something that she reminded me to do already. So like she my other half, man. That's my rock. She definitely she's on my side for sure. She supports everything I do to the fullest. Yeah, couldn't ask for anyone better on my side.
Yeah, Sadal said that was a beautiful day, and I believe he was the DJ.
Yeah, he was. I definitely hit up Sadal for that. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. I had to ask Sadal. I was like, "Yo, do you want to attend the wedding or do you want to DJ?" He's like, "I feel more comfortable at the booth." I was like, "I feel that. I feel that," and did a great job. Everyone loves Sadal. That was like the young folks was rocking. They was vibing, getting down to everything, and the older folks was just like, "See, I thought he was gonna play all that ratchet music," and just like, nah, y'all was in good hands.
Nah, yeah, he different, but put him. So you put you put him on blast earlier about the whole Secret Santa thing.
Yeah,
but I will say, prior to this past summertime, he's not a fan or wasn't a big fan of doing weddings. because he knows it's a whole lot, but plus he was doing it by himself. But now that he's been with me
with a group kind of thing,
and with Smooothproductions, now the pressure isn't on him to get all this. I'll take care of that because I'm used to doing weddings. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. So he can just focus on, loading up. I'll tell him the certain music or whatever it is. So now, let's say 5 months ago, if someone would say, "Hey, can you do this DJ gig for it's a wedding reception?" He would have said no. Now he like, well, I got Smooth, I got Steve Jakes.
It'd be like
so now we can rock it. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing's down. So he was not a big fan of doing weddings and wedding receptions, but now once again, the collaboration.
Nah, man, I feel that weddings are a task. That photography, it'd be the same way.
Yeah.
When you're working with someone else, like another photographer, videographer, it's kind of cool to have someone to like kind of go back like, well, this wedding kind of crazy, ain't it? All right, cool. And y'all get to kind of like recon and stuff compared to when you're solo. Like the last wedding I shot as a photographer, I used to shoot weddings for like $1,200, $1,500, but I got tired because of like the overall hassle. Yeah. Now I was like $2,500. Someone inquired about like my wedding price. I was like, "Y'all saying firm, $2,500. I ain't gonna book it." They sent the payment, and I was like, "Dang!" So like, I gotta do that next summer. I was like, "Dang!" I do look. If you're watching, I look forward to shooting your big day. I just wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that commitment. I was like, but pay what it's worth, fam. Get your time in.
Absolutely. Sadal said he did three weddings. Yes, he did 3 weddings with me over this past few months. You know what I'm saying? He's getting more used to it because once again he doesn't have to do as much.
Yeah,
I'll take care of the
it works as a team.
But that's exactly what a team is about, man. And once again, this collaboration is very important. But just to
shake my head.
But just to go back, man, once again, it's an honor to have you on the show for us to catch up because it's been a minute since we've done this. But I hope that this show here can continue to inspire people to just be better overall.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hopefully
you influenced me. You brought up the throwback photos. Yeah. I'm all inclined to like bring things back. Start new ideas.
Yeah. So, let's definitely keep in touch. Let's collab.
Always.
Let's, continue to find find ways to make St. Louis even better than where it is right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can do it. Just like with money, it's money everywhere. Money is not going to stop. There's so many ways to get to the money, and you don't have to do it where you're taking someone else down. You know what I'm saying? We can do more together. You know, we can bring more magic together. So, with that being said, before we end this show, any special words to those watching right now? Any special thanks or anything?
Hakuna Matata. I didn't have anything. Special thanks. I want to shout out Smoooth for having me.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Thanks for the call. If you're a creative, man, keep going. Keep creating. If you just chilling and living everyday life, man, just keep chilling, man. Like, forget that. No, you got talents. I just mentioned.
Stare at them right there.
Where?
There you go. Right at that lens. Oh, right here. Yep.
Right there.
There you go.
If you got any goals or aspirations, you should get up and do that. All that procrastination, I'm telling you, it ain't no good. You can just so many things. Go ahead, make a to-do list, download a calendar app and get that thing started. Make some alarms and go ahead and work out and respond to the emails and set those daily things for you to do in the morning. Get you a little sand timer and stuff. Set that. Get to writing in 30 minutes. Get to crafting, editing photos. I don't care what you do. Get to doing it. And don't forget to share, network, and then like support other artists on social media and then link up with them in real time. And then you could make really smooth connections.
Yeah. And also don't be afraid to fail at first.
No, yeah, you gotta fail.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to do that because at least you're starting off. You know what I'm saying? If you don't start, right, how you gonna learn?
You gotta get there somewhere. That's the best way to do it, man.
Yeah. So don't be afraid. Get out there, do it. And I always say this too, like, why is it that we put in 100% or 110% at a job that don't care nothing about you, but then you don't do even more 200% on the passion that you love to do.
That part. Yeah.
You know, bottom line. Sadal says your wedding was easy though. He's family. Yep. So that's one thing.
Smooth.
Anita. Shouts out to Starlight.
Yo's.
Yes. Thanks.
Anytime, man. Y'all say dope. Be inspired by yourselves. Y'all got it.
There you go. So that is another edition of Smoooth Conversations. Once again, I need everyone to scan that QR code. It's about to get big in 3, 2, 1. Boom. There you go. Scan the QR code right now.
I did that right on time.
There you go. And connect with me. Anything related to SmooothProductions will be on there. From need some apparel, need something custom made. Let me know. Hoodies, t-shirts. In the future, I'll be doing some caps. Whatever you need, I would definitely hold you down. Because once again, trust me, Smooth got you. Okay. And also make sure that y'all give a follow to the show on YouTube. Go ahead and follow. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Let me move the comment out the way real quick so y'all can see everything. But subscribe once again. Smoooth Conversations. Smooth with 3 O's. Because if you put in 2, ain't no one gonna find it, and you're gonna have the wrong person. So Smoooth Conversations. Smooth with 3 O's. Give me a follow, a like on YouTube, and once again everywhere else after y'all scan the QR code as well. And definitely stay tuned for another edition of Smoooth Conversations, which is going down this Friday evening. It's going to be another great conversation. I'll get the promo out after the show. But in the meantime, thank you, brother.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great rest of y'all evening. And also, this Wednesday, got the Man Cave. Sadal, get ready, Stanton, and all the other fellas, get ready for the fellas to hold things down on the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Yeah.
Y'all like the Platform Sports Talk Show? What's that? Well, scan the QR code and you'll find out. Your boy Smooth. Y'all have a good one. Smoooth Conversations.
Reese's Pieces.
We out.